afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Hound Central. Today we have Pullman facing off against Othello. This is the first game of the 2021 season. I know so many people are excited, including fans and players, to get this season kicked off. This is the first game that they have played since November of 2019.
And today, your Hounds, two main quarterbacks, Carson Coulter and Riley Pettit, are ineligible due to COVID protocols. So sophomore Alex Wills will be starting at quarterback today. A new look for the Hounds, considering last year Carson went the whole season as a starter.
So it looks like as we start off the game, Pullman will be kicking off. And we are off. That is going to be returned by number 6, Nelson Berrigan.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Othello at around the 35-yard line.
I know for the Pullman Greyhounds today that this will be a very mentally tough game, as their very last game in 2019 faced off against Othello in the crossover game. And it was a huge, devastating loss as Othello beat them 17-3.
Othello is led by senior quarterback number 5, Logan Hollenbeck, as he's under center on 1st and 10. And immediately Othello goes with a double pass, and the pass is dropped by number 82. It'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the 35-yard line.
What a way to start off the game for Othello with a little tricky play right there.
Absolutely. Almost worked too. But just off the fingertips. He was wide open too. He would have gone all the way.
Yeah, Pullman's lucky that he did not get his hands on that one.
Big break for Pullman early.
So here we go again, 1st and 10, starting off on the 35-yard line. And that will be a nice little handoff, and the ball will be recovered by Othello.
Number 4, Sonny Asu, fumbled the ball. It was recovered by quarterback Logan Hollenbeck. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 35.
Gain on 1. Huskies recover their own fumble. 3rd and 9 for Othello.
Othello coming out in an I formation on 3rd and 10. 3 wide receiver set. Play action, rolling out right. Pass complete to number 44, David Julian Alegria. That'll be a 1st down for Othello at the 45-yard line of the Hounds.
Nice little 10-yard gain for Othello on that 3rd down.
Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Huskies.
The ball will be 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Another handoff to number 44, David Allegra, and he will be taken down.
Just a gain of 1 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the Hounds 44.
Gain of 1. 2nd and 9.
They'll do another handoff, and he'll be taken down for a loss of 1.
Hounds front looks good so far. All of Othello's run plays have been fairly ineffective.
3rd and 10 for the Huskies.
Yeah, good job on Pullman's parts there. Taking them down early, not letting them get those extra yards.
Othello once again in an I formation, 3rd and 10. They'll do another play action, trick play, end around, running right. He's taken down 2 yards shy of the first down. It'll be 4th and 2.
That was a nice little run by number 3, Nathan Garza Jr.
Gain of 7. 4th and 3 from the 38-yard line.
Now 4th down, 3 to go.
The Hounds sniffed that out fairly well. It's a pretty well-designed play and just a great tackle made on the end of the sideline there, preventing the first down. And they'll be going for it on 4th down.
That was another handoff to number 44, David Allegra, as they completed that.
Gain of 5. 1st and 10 for the Huskies.
It will now be 1st and 10 for Othello.
Another handoff, big hole, running left, and he is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Othello. Number 4, Sonny Asu.
Touchdown, Huskies.
It's a 33-yard run for an Othello score, and Othello gets on the board first. It's 6-0 Othello.
That was a great handoff to number 4 right there. He saw the pocket, and he just went for it. And the extra point is good.
8:40 to go in the first quarter. Huskies 7, Pullman 0.
Pullman looked good coming out right there in their defense at the beginning. They just had one little miscommunication right there. You can tell everybody here is excited to just get back on the field and start playing. You know, all these teams haven't played for nearly a year and a half.
Yeah, and most sports starting up at PHS here. We got girls soccer, cross country, girls swimming, and just all these teams are excited to just be back out and being able to do what they love. So,
yeah, even with the shortened season, I can tell everybody is just so ecstatic to be out there. So Othello is lining up to kick the ball while Pullman sets to receive.
Mason Emerson back deep for the Hounds, ready to receive the kickoff. Othello goes with a pooch kick. It's picked up by number 10, Ryan Bickelhopt. He spins and is tackled down at the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Hounds early here in the first quarter. And as we mentioned earlier, Alex Wills will be the starting quarterback today.
Pullman starts on offense at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hounds.
Alex Wills is the third string right now, as our first and second are out. And I know those are some pretty big shoes to fill right now.
Wills lines up in the shotgun. Mason Emerson comes in motion, the handoff to Emerson. Emerson has a hole, cuts up middle. Put a couple of good moves on. Has a gain of about 15, is brought down at the Othello 44. And that was a very good start for the Hounds on offense.
Yeah, Mason Emerson here is going to play a big role in today's game. He is the main running back right now, and he is just explosive, and he is so good at finding those open pockets and taking his chances.
He is definitely one of the senior leaders on this team this season. Wills hands off to number 23, Jason Tran. He is tackled immediately, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 once again from the Othello 44. And as you can see, today's game is being played at Martin Stadium due to poor field conditions at Pullman High. Very nice of Washington State to let the Hounds come and get on the field today and play a football game on this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Looks like it'll be another handoff. That's going to be to number 21, Taryn Page, and he'll be taken down at the 50. Seems like Pullman is utilizing their running backs right now, as most of their plays are handoffs.
And the Hounds are doing a lot of motion at the line of scrimmage, using some misdirection to confuse the Othello defense. Wills once again in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Little screen pass to number 10, Ryan Bickelhop. He runs out left, but is immediately tackled for a loss of 3. It'll be 4th and around 6 or 7 yards from the Othello 47. I'm sorry, the Hounds 47. And it appears they'll be going for it here. Risky play here early in this game in their own territory. Emerson in motion. Wills takes a snap, drops back to throw. Wide open. Caught by number 45, Zach Farnsworth. And he is brought down at the 20-yard line. That was a good play, action play. It totally fooled the Othello defense. And Zach Farnsworth goes for about a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, what a good play, switching it up from handoffs to making that long pass right there, creating opportunities. What a nice catch by Zach Farnsworth.
Absolutely. And the Hounds' risky play pays off, as it'll be 1st and 10 from the Othello 20. Wills once again lining up in the shotgun. Emerson in motion, will hand off to Emerson. Emerson has a hole, and he's tackled down at the Othello 11, a 9-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Definitely Emerson's going to be a key player in today's game.
Timeout taken. Timeout taken by Othello. That's their first.
I definitely like seeing that Pullman is taking the risk in today's game. There's really nothing to lose here against Othello.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned earlier, Othello knocked them out last year, so they are definitely looking for some revenge this year. And Megan, the Hounds' offenses look pretty good so far. Both offenses have been pretty potent here early.
Yeah, those run plays, especially made by Mason Emerson, have been getting the Hounds in really good position.
Speaking of Emerson, he's lined up next to Wills, as well as Jason Tran in a split back set for the Hounds. Wills takes the snap, looking, throwing, back shoulder, caught. Touchdown, Hounds. And that's going to be Ryan Bickelhop, the senior. A good ball by Wills, an even better catch by Bickelhop.
Yeah, good job for Ryan Bickelhop right there, trying to find the open space, and he caught it just in time.
That was a good back shoulder throw from Wills, allowed Bickelhop to get separation from his defender.
Looks like we will be having Jackson Patrick kick the field goal for today. And the extra point is good, but there is a flag thrown on the field.
Is good. Flag on the field.
And it looks like this one's going to be on the Hounds.
5:13 left to go in the first quarter. Husky 7, Greyhound 7.
Never mind. Penalties on Othello. Hounds will decline it, which means the extra point is good. And we're all tied up 7-7 here in the first quarter. As we take a bit of a timeout here, a reminder that Hounds will be eligible to go back to school here on March 1st. Megan, how do you feel about going back to school here soon?
Oh, I'm so excited. You know, being stuck at home for almost a year is very hard for everybody. And even just getting to go back to school for the last few months will be super beneficial.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Hounds will be in a hybrid setting. We will not be going back full time. But just the fact that we get to go back is going to be a lot of fun.
Pullman is setting up here to kick the ball.
Woolsborne, good kick, fielded by Othello at the 10-yard line. And a good return out to the 31. That'll be number 4, Sonny Asu. Asu scored the opening touchdown of the game on a 33-yard run. He looks like a pretty good weapon on offense for Othello right now.
Here's the replay on that Ryan Bickelhop catch for the first touchdown for Pullman.
And let's see if the Hounds D can bounce back after giving up an opening drive touchdown. Othello sticking with that I formation set.
That'll be a fumble, but that will be recovered by number 4 on Othello.
And that's Othello's second fumble of the game. A little bit of miscues here early. However, they have been able to recover both times, so no harm done. But it will be a loss of 5. That'll be 2nd and 15.
Good little heads up there for Pullman. As they saw that ball hit the ground, all of them were on the ground diving for it. Very good effort right there.
Absolutely. Hollenbach under center. Takes a snap. Pump fakes, throws, starts running. At about a 6-yard gain, it'll be 3rd and 9. It looked like they were going to try to set up a little screen pass there, but the Pullman defenders jumped that pretty early. And Hollenbeck pump fakes and runs for about a gain of 6. And it appears he's hurt on the field.
That tackle will be made by number 51, Cody Ryan.
quarterback, Hollenbeck, is up on his feet. He looks to be okay, but the trainers will check him out here. He will have to be out for at least one play.
Yeah, it looks like he got a little bit shaken up right there.
Like you said, good tackle made by number 51, Cody Ryan. Let's hope Hollenbeck is okay. So now both teams will have to revert to their second and third string QBs here early in this game. How do you think that will affect the game, Megan?
Yeah, I feel like it'll actually be pretty evenly matched now that we have our third string quarterback here and Othello's playing with their second. And that will be overthrown by Othello's quarterback.
Number 7 will be taking over for Hollenbeck while Hollenbeck is tended to on the sideline. And interesting, they went for a pass play on the first game with a backup quarterback. You don't see that very often.
Yep.
As he overthrows his receiver. It will be 4th and 9. It appears Othello will punt.
The short kick.
With a nice Othello bounce. It'll roll all the way to the Hounds 38. It looked a little bit like they were going to go for a fake there. He kind of started doing some jumping jacks a little bit in the backfield, and they did end up kicking. So the Hounds will take over, 1st and 10.
And this puts Pullman at a very good position on the field at the 39 for 1st and 10.
Emerson once again in motion. They'll hand off to Emerson again. Emerson finds a hole, cuts up the field, and a fumble recovered by Othello.
Yeah, that one just looked like it got away from Mason a little bit, just slipped out of his hands right there. Super unfortunate for Pullman.
Emerson had a good cut up field there, but just too many Othello defenders swarmed him and knocked the ball loose.
1st and 10 for Othello, ball on the 42-yard line.
Othello will be taking the ball at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Option play, number 4, Sonny Asu with the cut up field, and he will run for a 1st down. Hollenbeck is back in the game for Othello.
Yeah, glad to see Hollenbeck is okay. He did look a little shaken up there, but he was just out for one play.
And Hollenbeck does a nice job there reading the defense. He runs the option perfectly and pitches to Asu, who runs for a 1st down. And once again, Othello in Hounds territory at the Hounds 29-yard line. 1st and 10. We have another fumble. Looked like a botched snap. Hollenbeck just had to try to pitch it to Asu, and Asu does recover.
2nd and 15.
It'll be 2nd and 15 again, and that's the 3rd fumble that Othello has been able to cover on offense today. Othello in a split back. Hollenbeck under center, takes the snap. Hands off. Another fumble. There's another fumble. Once again, covered by Sonny Asu.
Definitely looks like they are trying to rush things a little bit. That's the 4th fumble of the game already.
Third and 16.
Hounds just can't catch a break here on defense. They have Othello backed up pretty well. It's 3rd and 15. However, they just can't seem to get that turnover they need.
Yeah, good for Pullman for putting the pressure on them like that, making them make those mistakes right there.
You have a timeout for Othello.
Othello.
That's their second of the half.
Their second timeout.
If I'm not mistaken, that means they have 1 left for the first half. Pullman still has 3. And as you see on your screen, Pullman 7, Othello 7. We had the 33-yard run from Sonny Asu early, and the Hounds came right back, and Wills throws a dime to Ryan Bickelhoff in the corner of the end zone to tie the game.
Yeah, super glad to see that Pullman didn't let that first touchdown shake them up a little. And they got right back on their feet, and then they got their own touchdown.
Both teams have relied heavily on the run here early in this game, with the exception of that Bickelhoff touchdown catch.
16.
It'll be 3rd and 16 for Othello.
Hollenbeck will drop back to throw. On the run, throws it to Asu, and Asu makes the catch at the Hounds' 21.
Even just in the first quarter, you can tell that number 4, Sonny Asu, is a prominent player on Othello. You know, he is a part of almost every single play.
Absolutely. There's a flag on the play.
I'm not quite sure what that call was.
I believe he was over the line of scrimmage when he released the pass. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what happened. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Now Othello is at 4th and 19.
And interesting, they will be going for it on 4th and 19. Hollenbeck drops back, throws deep, and
That
just
pass
through the
will be
hands
incomplete.
of number 15, Justin Tran. I'm sorry, number 19, Max Wolsborn.
What an interesting play at 4th and 19 right there. You would not expect a team to go for it when
No,
they're
not at
down
all. That's
such a large amount.
very interesting choice there from Othello. We'll see if the Hounds can capitalize on the short field as they'll take over from the Hounds 38. Hounds in a split back set. Wills takes the snap. Looking deep for number 3, Tanner Barber. The pass is incomplete.
It was a nice throw by number 7, Alex Wills, right there. Sadly, Tanner couldn't get his hands on the ball too well.
Barber is a new acquisition for the Hounds football team, and he is definitely a key player on their offense. It was nice to have him here.
Yeah, especially filling that wide receiver position this year. You know, we lost a lot of great seniors from last year.
Absolutely. Wills keeps on the option play. Has a gain of 3 up to the Hounds 41. And as Megan mentioned on the last play, Hounds no longer have senior leader Isaiah Strong, who led the offense at receiver last year. So now it just comes to who's going to step up in his place and take over on offense. Hounds run a motion play again. Will's rolling out right. Wills throws to Emerson. Emerson cuts right, and he's brought down. Now it's going to be a loss of 3. It'll be 4th and about 9.
Yeah, Othello's defense right there did a pretty good job of breaking through and applying pressure to Wills, forcing him to make that little shuttle pass to Emerson, which sadly he just could not find a route. Will now be 4th and 9 for the Greyhounds.
It's the end of the first quarter.
Huskies 7, Greyhounds 7.
So at the end of 1, we have a tie game. Good game here at Martin Stadium today. Othello 7, Pullman 7. And we'll get ready to begin second quarter action here after the break.
Now you see, just in the first quarter, you can see that both teams heavily rely on their running backs, making those run plays. There have been a few passes that have been pretty good, but definitely it's more of a running game today.
Yes, it is. And the Hounds are loving that motion play to Mason Emerson. He lines up in the slot and comes in motion, and Wills gives him the ball for a pretty good chunk of yardage almost every time. So we'll see if the Hounds go back to that play.
Yeah, I mentioned Mason Emerson quite a bit before. He makes a lot of great plays for the Greyhounds, and he's going to have to step up a whole lot this year.
Hounds will punt. Number 3, Tanner Barber kicks it. Takes a Hounds roll. Pretty good punt there. It'll roll all the way down to the Hounds, or the Othello 27.
After the punt, Huskies start out 1st and 10 to the 28-yard line.
And even defensively for Pullman High School, we did lose quite a few bigger players.
University 7, Cheney 0 at the end of the first quarter.
So it looks like University is playing Cheney today, and the score will be 7-0 on that one.
Another handoff for Othello. It'll be a short 3-yard gain for David Alegria. David Alegria, one of those 2 running backs, he and Asu have gotten most of the workload here early in this ball game. And Othello has relied heavily on their running skills to move their offense. So we'll see if the Hounds key in on them here on defense and force Othello. And a flag thrown. Call made by referee Jeff Elbrocht. It'll be a penalty on Othello, which will make it 2nd and 12 on the 5-yard penalty. Othello once again in an I formation set. The pitch to Asu. Asu has a hole, and Asu is brought down.
Another nice tackle by number 45, Zach Farnsworth, on that play.
And Zach Farnsworth doing work on both offense and defense. He had a huge gain on a pass from Wills on a play-action rollout earlier in this game as he makes the tackle there on Asu. After a 7-yard gain, it'll be 3rd and 6 from the Othello 32. Hollenbeck under center, takes a snap, another pitch. It'll be to Asu again. And Asu once again brought down by 45, Zach Farnsworth. That looked like the exact same play they ran just to the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, Zach Farnsworth is doing a great job getting around, reading their offense, and making those good tackles.
4th and 3, the Huskies.
It'll be 4th and 3 for Othello from the 35. And they will go for it once again. They went for it deep in their own territory earlier in this game. It paid off. They ended up scoring. We'll see if it works again or if the Hounds can hold them. Handoff to David Alegria. And that will be an Othello first down on the 5-yard gain up to the Othello 41.
We're definitely not seeing very many passing plays this game. They're definitely utilizing those running plays right now, and if it works, it works.
And it has worked so far for both teams, with the exception of the Emerson fumble earlier in the Hounds' drive.
That'll be another handoff to number 44, David Alegria, and he is taken down.
We have an injured Hound. Looks to be number 51, Cody Ryan. And our new athletic trainer, Aaron Rose, will come out to tend to him. Let's hope he's okay. All players respectfully getting to a knee. Old Ryan is checked out by the athletic trainers.
Need 10. We'll see.
So some other games being played today around the region. We have Meade versus LC today, and the score will be Meade 10, LC 0.
Good news, Ryan is on his feet, walking to the sideline with some assistance from the trainer, but hopefully we will see him back here soon.
Yeah, definitely glad to see he's up and walking. That's a very good sign.
Play will continue, 2nd and 5 from the 45-yard line of Othello. Split back set, handoff to Alegria again. And that's another Othello first down into Hounds territory.
That is the third time that they have handed it off to Alegria right there, and he's made a gain every single time. Good first down for Othello.
Othello just keeps giving the ball to Asu and Alegria, and both have been very effective so far for Othello. We'll see if the Hounds can put a stop to that here as Othello gets closer and closer to scoring. There's another handoff to Alegria, and Alegria with another 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4.
You know, Othello keeps doing that run play to number 44 right there. Hopefully Pullman will adjust to that a little bit better and try to stop him this time around. We'll see if we'll give it to him for the 5th time in a row.
And Alegria is very big, so he's harder to bring down, which is why he's able to rush for a couple more yards before being brought down by Hounds defenders. A little bit of a botched snap, but Hollenbeck does get the handoff to Asu, and Asu gets a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 40. Early here in the second quarter of action.
3rd and 2 from the 40-yard line.
Opening games for both teams today, both looking to come out and make a statement to start their season off. That'll be a false start on Othello. They definitely moved too early before the snap.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication on that play. A few players stepped a little bit early, making it a false start.
3rd and 8.
It appeared Othello was going for a hard count there. Tried to draw the Hounds off sides, but it backfired on him as multiple Othello players crossed the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
It will now be 3rd and 8 for Othello.
Asu finds a hole. That's a gain of 8. He's brought down by number 24. That's Mason Emerson again. No, 23, Jason Tran. They stop him just short of the first down marker. It's 4th and 1 from the 39.
Yeah, we'll see if Pullman can put a little bit of a stop to this 1-yard gain. Hopefully they can get the ball back on this 4th down.
And I'd be willing to bet they give the ball to Alegria here. Oh. I believe a timeout was called before the snap. They went for the sneak, and Hollenbeck did get it. But timeout called by Pullman before the snap. Coach Kofer did not want to take any chances with the 4th and 1. Wants to get his guys rehydrated and ready to go on this big 4th down play from just inside Hounds territory.
Yeah, this is a very important play for Pullman to put a stop to Othello. You know, it's only 1 yard, but if they can put a stop to it, they get the ball back and they get their momentum going in their direction.
And a defensive stop here could give the Hounds offense the boost they need to go take the lead in this game. A reminder that Othello won the coin toss and ended up receiving the ball. So the Hounds will take over at the start of the second half. Hollenbeck gets to Asu, and Asu does get the first down. Brought down by number 15, Justin Tran. So the Huskies do convert on that crucial 4th down play and will continue the drive from the Hounds 36.
Neither teams have scored in the second quarter right here. Both 7 points for both teams were scored in the first quarter. There's only 5 minutes left.
Asu gets the pitch. Alegria out blocking for him, and he does break free. And he is pushed out of bounds. But number 34, Joel Moore. Joel Moore, a touchdown saving play there on the sideline. But a good run by Asu as Othello gets another first down.
Out to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Huskies.
Huskies will be taking it for a 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And once again, Othello's Alegria and Asu. Alegria blocking for Asu on that play. Had a good block to get Asu free on the outside. Quick play, another fumble. Asu picks it up and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, it appears. Never mind, it will be a loss of 1.
And he will be taken down by number 66, Cotton Sears. Once again, another fumble for Othello. That will be the 5th fumble, I believe, of the game.
They've recovered every one so far. The Hounds just cannot catch a break on defense. Alegria in the backfield. Looks like another timeout is called. This one by Othello. That's their third. That is their final timeout of the half.
Othello's been doing a great job of moving that ball forward, getting those first downs, continuing their momentum towards the end zone. Hopefully Pullman can do something to stop them, get the ball back. It's just a matter of finding that person and making sure they don't get a gain of yards.
Yeah, the Huskies have been going to Alegria and Asu almost the entire game, and the Hounds just can't seem to find an answer for either of them. Othello's offensive line also doing a good job finding holes for either of their running backs. Hollenbeck, play action, rolls out right. He runs up the right sideline, and he will score for an Othello touchdown.
That did look like a little bit of a miscommunication on Pullman's end right there. They didn't have anybody covering that right side, which made it pretty clear path for Hollenbeck to take that all the way.
Pullman was looking for the handoff to Sonny Asu in the backfield, but Hollenbeck kept it on the play fake and just had all day to run up that right sideline, as you see on your screen there, the replay. And they do convert the extra point, which makes it Othello 14, Pullman 7. And the Hounds D have caused a couple of fumbles. They've gotten to a couple of fourth down plays, but they just haven't really, they were not able to stop Othello on that drive there.
Yeah, and both touchdowns made by Othello were mostly in part of miscommunication on the Pullman defensive end, and those little mistakes right there did cause them 14 points. Hopefully they can get their offense going. They will get the ball.
And in his first start for the varsity team, Wills has looked good so far.
Yeah, he's definitely kept his composure. He doesn't look like a sophomore out there. You would never be able to tell. He is doing a great job.
And that's the job of a quarterback, stepping in and leading your team. And he has done that so far.
And what an interesting week, losing your first two quarterbacks, having to practice outside in the snow. You know, I think Pullman's doing a great job for what they were dealt with this week. Hounds will be setting up to receive the kick. Othello 14, Pullman 7.
Kick goes to Emerson. Emerson has a few blockers and a pretty good return there. Up to the Hounds 32. And here comes that Hound offense. Had a score early, but were not able to score on their next possession. Othello's offense has done a good job eating the clock with their long drives, and the Hounds offense has only been able to get on the field twice so far.
Yeah, hopefully they can make something happen in this play right here. They need to gain that momentum. It's very crucial right now to get that ball going and not have Othello get the ball back on offense.
Wheels in the shotgun, no running backs in the backfield, but there's that motion, and they will go with the handoff to number 21, Taryn Page.
He will be brought down at the 31, and that is a loss of 2 yards for the Greyhounds. You know, it looked like number 21 right there, he couldn't find a route to go. There was no open lanes. Good job on Othello defense on that one. But hopefully Pullman can step it up a little bit and get their offense moving.
The Hounds once again going with that shotgun set. Emerson comes in motion. The fake to Emerson. Will's throwing. And the ball is through the hands of Jason Tran, almost picked off. Well, the ball does fall incomplete. A break for the Hounds on offense. It'll be 3rd and 11. Hounds now in a split back set. Will's once again in the shotgun. Draws back. Throwing to the corner route by Barber, and it's incomplete. Almost brought in by Barber on the pass to the sideline, but just can't bring it in. And it will be 4th down and 10.
It'll be interesting here to see if they're going to go for it or punt return that. Hopefully they'll go for it, get a little bit momentum going for their offense right now.
And they are going for it. Once again, a risky move in their own territory. Let's hope it pays off here. Emerson in motion. Wills with the QB punt. Kicks it high. And it's returned by Othello off the bounce. Number 31 with about a return of 3 yards.
There's 3 minutes and 39 seconds left of this half. Othello will be taking the ball on offense at the 49.
Othello will probably be forced to throw the ball here at least a little bit with the second half or the second quarter winding down. Not a lot of time to run the ball, but they will run it on this play. This time to number 6, Nelson Berrigan, for a gain of about 1. Pretty good hit on the Hounds sideline over there.
Not very many passes being thrown on the Othello side right now.
Othello has been electing to go with more of a smash mouth approach, just running the ball. There's another pitch to Berrigan, this time to the other side of the field. Berrigan cuts up field. And that's another first down for Othello, brought down by Joel Moore.
Othello's doing a really great job finding the opening and getting their runners through right there. It'll be Othello's ball.
It looked like the Hounds had that pretty well snuffed out there, but it looked like the defender just tripped. But Joel Moore is able to make the stop after about a 12-yard gain. Once again, Berrigan on another halfback toss. And a great play from 53, Tanner Richards. Brings him down in the backfield, just gets a hold of that jersey and is able to bring him down for a loss of 4.
Yeah, really nice job on Pullman's defense right there, bringing them down, causing them to get that yard loss. Very good defense for Pullman right there. It'll now be 2nd and 15 for Othello.
Hollenbeck, play action, rolls out right. Throws to Alegria, but overthrows him. It'll be incomplete. And that's the first pass we've seen from Othello in a long time. Comes up unsuccessful.
3rd and 15.
Good defense from the Hounds there.
Yeah, nice coverage by Zach Farnsworth on that player right there, causing the overthrow.
And Zach Farnsworth has been very active in this game so far.
Yeah, he is a key player on Pullman's defense, especially today. He's been making those big tackles, putting pressure on Othello. He's doing a great job overall.
Zach Farnsworth is another one of those senior leaders on this Hounds football team. And yes, he showed up ready to play today. As the Hounds call timeout to try to reset their defense on this 3rd and long.
It looks like Kof is trying to make those defensive switches right here. Try to put a stop to Othello. Hopefully they will be successful in stopping them.
The Hounds just have to outlast the Othello offense for about another 2.5 minutes. Try to get a stop before halftime. Single back set. It's Allegria in the backfield. Hollenbeck drop back to the throw. He throws deep. Got a man. Number 82. And the Hounds will not be able to stop him in time. And that's another Othello touchdown. And the defensive miscues for the Hounds have put them in a 14-point deficit late here in the 2nd quarter, 7-20.
See on this replay right here, number 82 was pretty much wide open on that play. It was a great pass by Othello's quarterback. Looks like there was a flag on the field.
And all the penalties in this game have been on Othello so far. No penalties on the Hounds yet. They run a fake extra point. And once again, there's Zach Farnsworth making another play.
Extra point is no good.
So,
Little tricky play right there for Othello. They couldn't complete it though, so.
no. You don't see fake extra points too often. But Othello elects to try a fake there. They are unsuccessful. So it stays a 2-score, 13-point game. Othello 20, Hounds 7. There is still some time left in the 2nd quarter. And we'll see if the Hounds can make quick work of things and try to get this game a little closer before the half. The Hounds will receive the 2nd half kickoff, so a little momentum here could help their offense moving forward. And once again, Mason Emerson and Ryan Bickelhop back to receive the kickoff. Another little pooch kick for Othello. It's caught by 23, Jason Tran. But no real return room there. And another flag. And this one will be on the Hounds, so this will push them back. And that will not help their efforts to score before halftime.
Hopefully they'll put some passing plays on their offense, get them going a little bit. They need to go far down the field now, as they were pushed back because of that penalty all the way, looks like, to the 18.
That appears to be a 15-yard penalty. And that is not going to help them here. Backed up pretty far deep in their own territory. Emerson once again in motion.
Oh,
And a miscue there. Wills
Yellow.
does recover it.
Little bobble there by number 7, Alex Wills. Looked like Mason Emerson did run past a little too soon, causing a little bit of commotion right there. He did get down and recover it, so it'll still be Hounds ball. That would be a loss of 4 right there. It is now 2nd and 14.
That's the 7th fumble in this game. 5 by Othello, 2 by the Hounds. And another pass. Wills rolling out left. Wills running up. Wills runs out of bounds. Smart play there to not get hit. Especially with 2 quarterbacks out already. Wills with the smart play to run out of bounds.
There has been a lot of fumbles this game. I bet that's mostly because they've only had a little over a week to practice, so they haven't gotten that quite down yet this season. But hopefully as we go throughout, they'll get stronger and keep those balls in their hands.
Yeah, a lot of snow here in Washington right now. Not a lot of opportunities to go out and practice with all the snow. And it appears a penalty has moved the Hounds up to around the 30-yard line.
Will now be 1st and 10 for the Hounds.
Emerson in motion once again. Jet sweep. Emerson finds a hole outside. Gets a good chunk of 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 39.
A nice little game there by Mason Emerson, finding that gap right there.
2nd and 2 for the Hounds.
It will now be 2nd and 2 for the Greyhounds. There's a minute left on the clock, so let's see if they can get it going a little bit faster right here.
Another jet sweep to Emerson, but it is snuffed out immediately by Othello's defense. And that'll be a loss of about 6 yards. Another timeout for the Greyhounds. I believe that's their final timeout of the half. If you're just joining us, we got a 2-score game here at Martin Stadium. Othello Huskies 20, Pullman Greyhounds 7. Othello have heavily used Sonny Asu and Julian Alegria here early, with the Hounds scoring on a great pass from Wills to Bickelhaupt.
Hopefully the Hounds can get something together and get it going a little bit. There is only 46 seconds left in this half. If they're going to do something, they got to do it quick. There's not very much time for them to keep running the ball like they have been all game. So it looks like some of them are going to have to step out of their comfort zone to get this game moving a little bit.
Bickelhaupt is lined one-on-one outside, and they will go to him, and he's open. But the ball is underthrown and picked off by number 4, Sonny Asu. And a tough break for the Hounds. Bickelhaupt was open, but the ball just a little bit underthrown by Alex Wills. And it is picked off by Sonny Asu. And he returns it all the way down to the Hounds' 26-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. It looked like Bickelhaupt and the Othello defender were jawing at each other a little bit at the end of the play.
Looks like it was a penalty on the Greyhounds. Which will move them all the way back to about the 14-yard line for Othello.
So the Hounds in dangerous territory here, need a stop to stay in this game heading into halftime. Pass throw number 82. There is a flag. It looks like that will be pass interference on the Greyhounds, which is just going to move Othello even closer to the goal line.
And this has been a devastating run of little plays right here. That underthrown ball, and now a pass interference and a flag causing them to go back. This is definitely a huge hit for the Greyhounds. Hopefully they can come out in the second half, brush it off, start new. The score is 20-7 with 27 seconds left.
Interesting call here is an offensive pass interference on the Huskies. So a good break for the Hounds.
I definitely thought that flag was going to be called on that defensive player right there guarding their wide receiver.
Looks like that's going to be number 6, Patrick. He did have a chance for an interception, but the Othello wide receiver did run into him. And that's a fumble, a backwards pass. That's a lateral, and Othello gets on it.
They will recover that at the 53-yard line.
A huge loss by Othello. While he did throw the pass, it was thrown backwards, which is called a lateral. Therefore, it's a fumble, as it was not a forward pass.
This game right now has definitely been a little bit of back and forth right here. Both teams fighting to recover the ball. Lots of flags being thrown on the play. Very interesting chain of events right here.
And Othello does get the spike off to stop the clock. They used all their timeouts earlier in the half, so they had no more, so they had to spike it, which will allow them to run about one more play here at the end of the half.
There's only 1 second on the clock.
And Othello has 4 men lined up at the wide receiver position. It looks like they're going to go with the screen pass here, and a pitch to Sonny Asu. Some trickery there by Othello again.
A big hit by Zachary Farnsworth, hitting number 4, Sonny Asu, out of bounds. And that will be it for the first half. Othello 20, Pullman 7. You know, hopefully we can start this next half on a good note. Pullman will be receiving the ball to start off. Hopefully their offense can put a little bit of momentum into the game. It is only 20-7, so 13 points is not that big of a game.
Yeah, we'll see if the Hounds can strike first here. Going into the second half, they will receive the kickoff.
And halftime today will be only 10 minutes, so we will be back.
Healthcare is very important to me, and making sure our students are protected. And so to be able to have Pullman Regional Hospital come into Pullman High School and support kind of my vision of what I want for sports medicine coverage here at the high school has been great. As the athletic director, it's nice to know that our kids are safe. You know, here at Pullman High School, we have a lot of sports, and they're covering every single sport. They're at matches, they're at events, and they're providing that coverage. That's the biggest thing. Is it's not just about football, it's not just about basketball or baseball, it's about all sports, and all of our kids are covered. Our students are getting the treatment, rehabilitation, and the follow-through with their injuries. It's been very valuable to us, but also to the community. Supporting our kids is a big thing, and I think this is one way for people to support students in a different way and can see the benefits of it. Continue to support the healthcare of our kids. They are our future.
for second half action.
Starting off the second half, the Hounds are set up to receive the ball as Othello is going to kick off. In the backfield, we have Mason Emerson and Ryan Bigglehop. Another short kick will be recovered by Drayson Tran at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and a little bobble there. That was a pretty good kick. They've been electing to go with the pooch kick to try to keep the Hounds with a short return. But Tran is able to recover, and the Hounds will take over on offense.